If you keep this up, then I'll let you in. 'Cause you have a way with me like no one else. Yeah, you almost make me fall in love. Yeah, you got me hypnotized under your spell. I know I'll go home with you tonight. Oh, wanna get you closer to my body. Wanna feel your hands all over me. Gonna make them jealous, everybody. 'Cause you know we got it, chemistry. Oh yeah, all around me. Oh yeah, chemistry. Oh yeah, you and me. Yeah, you know we got it, chemistry. You make all my problems feel miles away. Nothing in this world made sense up till today. I can see the colors now, no black and white. If you keep this up, then I'll stay the night. 'Cause you have a way with me like no one else. Yeah, you almost make me fall in love. Yeah, you got me hypnotized under your spell. I know I'll go home with you tonight. Oh, wanna get you closer to my body. Wanna feel your hands all over me. Gonna make them jealous, everybody. 'Cause you know we got it, chemistry. Oh yeah, all around me. Oh yeah, chemistry. Oh yeah, you and me. Yeah, you know we got it, chemistry. It's coming over me. It's everywhere I see. It feels like ecstasy. Our chemistry surrounds me. Wanna get you closer to my body. Wanna feel your hands all over me. Gonna make them jealous, everybody. 'Cause you know we got it, chemistry. Oh yeah, all around me. Oh yeah, chemistry. Oh yeah, you and me. Yeah, you know we got it, chemistry.
Some make it, others don't. I want you to show me. Been waiting while winter turns to spring and then fall. There's something dangerous about my love for you. As the day turns into night, I sing for you. And if you wanna know the reason, it's the fire in your eyes. It's got me worried, no surprise. It's not my world, it's coming to an end. Another day, another way, with my back against the wall. But you don't know just how I feel, and that it's time to put you out. 'Cause you are higher. 'Cause you are higher. I don't know what it is. I'm about to find out. I see it in your eyes. I feel it in your smile. As the day turns into night.
All right, can we get a mic check? Everyone hear us?
And if you wanna know the reason, it's the fire in your eyes. It's got me worried, no surprise. It's not my world, it's coming to
bruise right here, one or a few on there. Man, did you see me though? 'Cause I sure put on the show. I'm dancing on the tables and I must say I got a taste for flipping out. I'm glancing at the haters and I know they wish they did the shit I did tonight. You wanna break some things, alright. All of the cups are out of sight. You wanna drink 'cause I can buy. You're dancing on the table, so am I. I'm not usually the one who acts out. All those crazy little things we all kinda dream about. A good thing we are running out of sunlight. It's not necessary for these guys to know all about. Look, there's a bruise right here, one or a few on there. Man, did you see me though? 'Cause I sure put on the show. I'm dancing on the tables and I must say I got a taste for flipping out. I'm glancing at the haters and I know they wish they did the shit I did tonight. You wanna break some things, alright. All of the cups are out of sight. You wanna drink 'cause I can buy. You're dancing on the table, so am I. Did you see me though? 'Cause I sure put on a show. I'm dancing on the tables and I must say I got a taste for flipping out. I'm glancing at the haters and I know they wish they did the shit I did tonight. I'm dancing on the tables and I must say I got a taste for flipping out. I'm glancing at the haters and I know they wish they did the shit I did tonight. You wanna break some things, alright. All of the cups are out of sight. You wanna drink 'cause I can buy. You're dancing on the table, so am I.
We are live, and we've got invisible dolls, we've got gigantic dolls, we've got dolls with changing faces.
This is the Smart Doll News for Tuesday, September 14th, 2021. I'm Sandy,
And I'm John.
and this is my Lady Disdain.
Welcome back to My Lady Disdain, everybody. How's it going, Sandy?
It's going pretty good. I got my tea.
Yeah, you didn't make me any.
You
I know, I
always
didn't
tell
ask.
me no.
I know. I was just stating a fact. So we've got, this is our second time doing this, which is a little crazy, but it's definitely a thing now.
Yep. It's fun. We like going live.
Yeah, we really enjoy interacting with everybody in the chat. So please throw your comments up there. We want to hear what you have to say throughout this. Definitely. And we're going to dig right in, right? Shall we start with some releases?
Yeah, let's do that.
So it was a quiet week, right?
Yeah, not too much going on. We had, but there is something noticeable in that the timers are up.
Yeah, so if you scroll down here, and it's probably better to even look at this. Let's look at this at all smart dolls here. The timers are all over the place. I think I counted earlier like 20 something, and we are live. And at this exact moment, 20 some odd dolls are getting restocked in 12 minutes. So anybody watching the stream right now, if there's somebody you've been waiting for, they may very well be coming up right now, which is very cool.
Yeah, disclaimer being that Danny does say that he reserves the right to stop, reset the timers, etc. if he feels like he can't release these dolls.
Which would be so horrible, like with like 2 minutes to go. But yeah, expect the unexpected. Yeah, lots of releases. Let's go back here. Couple of things happened, and I think the only big release last week was Smart Doll Kabuki in Blue.
Kabuki in Blue.
It's a slow week. I would have expected that there was going to be a little bit more.
Yeah, I know. I mean, well, we did get an Utter Chaos this morning, but...
That's true. Yep. That dropped. Those seem to be dropping.
It was late last night, actually.
Right.
Yeah. When we went to bed, which was pretty late.
It was afternoon for Japan.
We recorded some stuff for you guys, so we actually were up pretty late last night.
So we have Smart Doll Kabuki. We have really no. Oh, I think there might have been a restock. I believe. Yeah. I forget if Singularity in anime here had some more added to her at that point as well. But other than that, not too much going on. The only items I think we had were the Takashin Tripwire boots in red.
Yep, Alana was on that. She was like, "Were the boots new?"
Yeah. So the boots, the graphite boots, not new. So that's just a restock.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure those were out before, but the wine are the only other like item new that was new. And then you have restock of like I think the bangle. The bangle was released already. The graphite belt was released already. You want to take a look at decommissions? We'll keep a habit of keeping an eye on this.
Yeah, so last time we looked, there were 4 things on the list. 3 of them are now gone. So we're down to just the Hiroshima men's jeans. Or Hiroshima. Hiroshima?
Yeah. You've got who knows how much time left to pick these up.
Yeah.
So if you do have a boy doll and you, at least a current boy doll, which I guess is the only boy dolls you could have, but you'll probably want to pick these up if you haven't already, because they are fantastic jeans.
I mean, you can't say for sure, but when the new boys come out, they'll probably fit them too, because I mean, the girls can wear them.
Well, that's true. I mean, they're probably not crazy different, but we do know he's been reworking them, so my guess is he'll probably try and do a new version of them when the new dolls come out.
Probably.
That fit perfectly.
Right.
And these will probably fit okay. Like, you know.
Right. I mean, I actually like the way as I said this last week, I like the way the men's jeans look on the girls, because they're not skin tight. They're just like a casual pair of jeans.
Yeah. So that was it for decommissions. Unknown Caller 47 is asking about the Blue Girls. Like we said, you've got Kabuki in blue, and I believe Singular and Anime were both had some shipments last week, and that is it. Although we should ask about. We should talk about his plan for Blue. He did mention in the release of Kabuki in Blue that that they have been performing better than they thought, more efficiently than they thought, and that they believe they're going to be able to put out some more blue than they thought.
Yeah, I mean, and we've got other colors coming too. Like, I mean, he actually said in a tweet that and I think I highlighted it on Facebook, that green and was actually going to be coming as well. But he does plan to, blue is doing well for them, and he's probably kind of backpedaled a little bit on no more blue because they're able to handle it.
Well, I think, yeah, there's always the complications with the pandemic, but also he never really planned this to be a long-term thing. So I think it's more of how much he can get done this year reasonably, and then he'll stop. I'm sure he'll cut a line there. I doubt we're going to see blue forever.
I mean, and the major competitor has dolls in color out right now too.
We know he doesn't want to continue doing these forever just because of the amount of effort it takes him in comparison to any of the other girls. So they are definitely more complicated to manufacture. All right, that is the releases, and we will be moving on to the basically the main news stuff tonight. So let's talk about that. So the first thing up is this lovely. Where are we? I lost my. Yeah, here we go. Danny put this up about the Tokyo sort of status right now.
With the issues that we all have going on, which we're going to avoid saying some of the words.
Okay.
But we all know what we're talking about here, and Danny posted that he was able to get his second appointment taken care of.
Which is great, especially as, we're all hoping to be able to open up travel sooner. And I know there were some conventions, especially in the United States, that everyone's kind of hoping that Danny will be able to come out to as they start to open up some more. So cross our fingers that, as we come into the next year, that we're going to start to be able to see some travel.
Yeah, and we've said this before in terms of the amount of labor that it goes into making these dolls. In addition to not having tired employees, having healthy employees is very important. So we're hoping for, the whole world to get straightened out, but Tokyo in particular in this particular moment.
Yep. So that's fantastic, and as always, always good to see pictures of Danny out in Tokyo enjoying good food and good company.
Yeah, I mean, I know that that's his wife at the end of the table. I think last time we did this, people were asking, do we know who the people are? I don't know if those are two of his employees or what, but the woman in the back right is his wife.
Yep, and that is is that? It's hard to tell. It almost looks like Genesis from here, but that's probably because the eyes are so dark and it looks like a G7.
The doll in that outfit appears in another photo, but I'm not sure who it actually is.
It probably is this, duh.
No, well, it's different hair, unless he changed the wig.
Yeah.
I think it might actually have been Genesis, if I remember seeing the picture of that doll, like, with the wig on. So, who is that? Is that Timeless?
I believe this is Timeless, yeah. All right. Moving on. Let's talk. Moving onward. So Danny put out a post, basically telling us that, hey, we've changed the face up for Onward, from what she was originally posted as.
Yeah. This is really interesting because I remember when the first picture of Onward came out, I was like, I don't know how I feel about that because eyebrows.
Yeah.
The eyebrows are very different with that full dark line going all the way around them. But then when I saw the revamp, I was like, I don't know. I think I kind of like the eyebrows.
She lost a little something.
She's different. I mean, the G7 sculpt is beautiful, but, a lot of the dolls are tending towards looking very similar.
Yep.
And I think that this was giving her a very different look.
Everyone in the chat, let us know, which one of these do you prefer? Do you like the game and anime look on the left, or do you like the more natural look on the right? And we'll see where we come down. Personally, I think I kind of like the uniqueness of the gaming look.
Yeah, I mean, it could be the wig too, because
that's true.
That wig is gorgeous.
She has a very sort of stark features.
Yeah, I think that she just has a really interesting, like, she looks like the girl in the chair.
My thing is, at this point, we've got a lot of G7 girls coming out. Mm-hmm. And they're different, but after a while, they do... Like, I'm kind of waiting for a new sculpt. I'm like, there's a lot he's doing with this sculpt, but, like, the more he can create differences, the better. So my personal vote is the one on the left.
Yeah, I think I like the one on the left. I wasn't sure. I said right originally, but then I was like, I don't know. I like the left.
We've got kind of mixed opinions in the chat. Alyssa Phillips says definitely right, but the left certainly is unique. Mm-hmm. along those similar lines, Alana asks, is it just the need for thicker eyebrows?
Possibly. I think it's not necessarily thicker eyebrows, but it's just those eyebrows are very bold and different. And I said it could be the wig too. I would have to like play in Photoshop and put that hair color on the other doll to see what I'm thinking.
Let's do that right? No, we're not. Yeah, so I mean, I think it sounds like this is one of those dolls that is going to be, at least the one on the left, is a bigger swing, more unique, and there's going to be a lot more people that don't like her, like Monday.
Yeah, kinda. I mean, Monday is not a universal favorite because she's different. But this doll, I mean, I think if you think about the fact that she's inspired by video game graphics, then she becomes a little less weird.
Yeah.
But if you're just looking at her as a doll and looking at her next to this other one that looks much more like the soft semi-real that we've come to expect, she does look a little strange. But I don't know. I think she's kind of cool. She's very comic booky, very gamer.
I think
oriented.
I think if Danny's going to go with the one on the right, go with the real approach, he needs a little more something in there. Like, it's just missing a little something for me. Like, try and capture a little bit of that magic from the one on the left in a more realistic manner.
Right. Yeah, maybe. Maybe, like someone said, maybe thicker eyebrows. I guess maybe if you thickened up the eyebrows on the right, you would get a similar effect.
I'm going to say something. I wouldn't necessarily do it with this doll, but as an example, I would be interested to see him do some more of those, like, dolls with scars, like, a scar in their eyebrow where it breaks. There's a lot of good face-ups in the community.
Right. Like where someone has had that pulled, that has had that shaved out or whatever.
Yeah,
piercing in the eyebrow, that kind of thing.
Anything that tells a story, right?
Yeah.
And gets you to think about who this doll is and where they've been. And I think the one on the left does that better, but yeah, I get it. It's in the context of the semi-real, it's a little weird. All right. Again, very mixed. We've got left, right, right with the left wig, lots of,
left,
all right.
left, right, left.
No. Let's take a moment and do a little... So, we have to take a moment here and just, say, hey, how's this going? Do you find this news useful? Is it good to recap this news every week with you and discuss what's going on?
Are you like us and do this all the time anyway and like having other people to talk to about it?
Yeah, it's a little nice because we just sometimes just disagree about something, and it's like we need some backup. We need someone to solve some arguments.
We can only talk to Kat so much.
Right. Magical Girl Kit Kat cannot solve all our problems. Not quite all of them. So please, if you like and if you find this content useful, hit that like button and just let us know. Help support the channel. You can also, of course, help support the channel by going to myladydisdain.com and that will give you the ability to purchase some of the t-shirts that we've made. I've got on one of our Shakespeare shirts. We've got a really fun Star Wars shirt, and of course the classic Stay Calm and Keep Calm and Carry a Smart doll. You got to check it out. It's really fun. We are currently US only, but we are working really hard to make sure that we get it opened up and get all of the tax documentation and red tape done so that we can sell it in all over the world. So hopefully in the next few weeks we'll be opening that up and of course announcing it. And I will say after last week's live, I'm in the conceptualization phase of a grid based t-shirt. Haven't quite figured it out yet, but we're working on
Bouncing
it.
some stuff around. And there's some other ideas that we have, but if you have ideas that you'd like to see, feel free to let us know. Other movies, things like that.
Absolutely. Other genres, other universes. Cool. So, back to the news. Let's talk about shipping. It's so exciting. Danny posted this last night, and you wanna have a go?
You want me to just do my Danny voice?
Give your best. Yes, I don't think it's your Danny voice, but give us your best news anchor VO.
Okay, from Twitter. We have turned on verbose reporting for DHL shipments. This means when there is a change in status, DHL will send you an email and SMS so that you don't need to refresh the browser all the time. If you do not want verbose reporting, then just filter the emails or block the SMS.
So, this is nice, I think. It gets a little bit quiet sometimes from DHL, and I'm sure that's what he's reacting to, and people getting anxious about where it is and what's going on. So I think this is a good option, and it is going loud first and having us have to filter it out. It's not bad to turn on a filter in email and just delete it. Just look up your rules in your email client, or block a number in your SMS in your phone.
Yeah, I mean, Danny's putting features out there to kind of help those of us who want to get certain items and know when we're getting them. And it's just up to us to do our half, that's all, to make it what we want.
We also have a follow-up to this.
We also plan to send out your DHL tracking number as soon as your package is ready for DHL pickup. This means that it could be a while before DHL actually pick up and process, but at least you know that your package is in the system. Update lags are longer over the JST weekends.
Yeah, so again, just Danny being really ultra clear about what's going on, and it is a little bit different, getting your tracking number early, because it's like, great, well, now I have to wait for it to go, but then as soon as possible. So I think this is cool, and we definitely almost always order a doll in the middle to late end of the week, and it always goes over the weekend. And so and it usually gets caught up. I'm sure, like many of you, we live rather close. We're in Pittsburgh, so we live close to Ohio. So we are going through the Cincinnati hub all the time.
That Cincinnati hub.
It's horrible, and things get stuck there like crazy.
Yeah, I mean, for those of you in other parts of the country, is there a hub that's giving you trouble?
Yeah, is it DHL across the board? I don't think so, because I only ever hear about Cincinnati in the community.
Yeah, anybody that is that close that's where it stops. It's like, okay, how long are you going to hold it for?
Yeah, it's insane. Yeah, so that is happening. Catching up on the chat, we have a couple people. Let's see. Abby Hawkins says only has been able to see a few lives. Abby, I'm pretty sure you've seen all of them.
We've only done a few.
This is the third, and all right, technically fourth, because there was an announcement and then there was an unboxing, and this is the second news. So we haven't done very many. So welcome. You're in at the ground level. We're happy to have you.
Yep.
So now the last one, I have to say, I'm a little bit unprepared for this because I haven't had time to track down all of the recipients of this. But let's talk about It's Chaos, Jim, but not as we know it. Not as we know it. Not as we know it.
So there were two bundles, the Small Moon bundle and the Space Station bundle. And I guess people got it right, because if you're looking at the price point on the Space Station bundle,
300,000 yen.
it sort of works out to about what it would cost for a Smart Doll Plus.
And it is insane, the pictures that people have on Instagram. If anyone knows of a particular user we should look up on Instagram, let us know in the chat, and maybe we can grab some pictures or something. But it is nuts. I can't even imagine the gigantic box and pulling out like Smart Doll thighs the size of a Smart Doll.
I mean, we were talking about the fact that we'd like to have one. We would definitely, of course. I mean, we're collectors. We would love to have a Smart Doll Plus. But for one thing, our camera does an autofocus thing.
I leave it on face detect, which is a little bit easier to deal with for us versus manual. But yeah, it would be a bit nuts.
Yeah, if she was back there, it would be trying to hone in on her face.
You can see I have a statue of Emmett Kelly Jr. there, and if the light is bright enough back there, it will start trying to focus on him. So
imagine what it would do with a 4-foot tall Smart Doll. So yeah, I mean, we'd like to have one. My understanding, I don't know if anybody knows too much about them, but my understanding is they are not nearly as posable as the normal size Smart Dolls.
Usagi-chan 72 says that somebody just got a Coco Smart Doll Plus.
Oh, wow.
Nice.
That's awesome.
That's the weird thing about the whole Utter Chaos, and this is a little bit different, I think. I mean, he made a completely separate page from it, obviously, but Utter Chaos is, I mean, it's a gachapon game. I mean, it's
so freaking addictive. The FOMO is so real.
Yeah, you're like, I don't know what's in there, and I don't know what I'm going to miss out on, and it may be stuff I'll never get, and for us, it's like getting unique, interesting content for the channel, I think brings that a little bit higher. I will say, there was a drop this morning, 2 a.m. for us, of the next box, and let's find it here. I think it's in secret stuff.
Is it the Utter Chaos bundle?
Yep. So there's still some left. We've got this time. Every week it changes, which I love and hate. But this week it's 1, 2, and 3 bundles. And if you get 3, you're guaranteed every single bundle has unreleased stuff in it. And I don't know. The way I look at it is there's some really cool stuff that we're going to get, and we'll be able to sell a bunch of the stuff.
Yeah. I mean, we've already done some trades with some of the things that we've gotten. So, and we've done some good trades. So, so we get sucked into the Utter Chaos. We missed the last one. We skipped the last one. But then when he said that there were some items from previous things in this one, well...
Oh yeah, we really want the Space Marine uniform if that's going to come back around in there.
Yeah, the jacket, you mean? The parka.
Yeah. Oh, that's right, the parka.
Oh, that's right. There was Solar Marine stuff, but it was the stuff that wasn't in the same cut. It was the rejected cuts. That was a while ago. We didn't get that.
Here is Nicole Smart Doll 83. Yeah, that is a large head. Holy cow. And we're gonna switch over to that for you. Sorry, guys. So we've got that's like, how many boxes is that?
You got extra wigs and stuff in there.
Yeah.
But are those for this is definitely, that one is definitely for
this and this. I think this, like, look at the size of those.
Yeah, I don't think
these might be
for
normal.
the doll. Yeah.
Well, maybe. They may be all. That's crazy. I will say this, if you got it, it's like, okay, you've got it now. But like, who's gonna buy a random if you're going to try and offload a wig, there's like nobody else who has this thing.
Right.
Let's see if there's, yeah, I mean, those.
Well, I guess
leg
it's a
parts.
wig, so I guess if you have the dimensions of the wig, then there's probably other larger size dolls that could wear it.
Yeah, they got like all of the stuff they make the spine with.
Okay.
So yeah, very cool stuff. Okay, so the last thing we want to go through here is, of course, Danny's stories, and that's where we love to speculate and see what's coming down the pipeline. Now, this was from last week. I think we actually brought it up in the news. We have this picture on a screen of crystal clear smart doll frame pieces, and am I correct? I believe people were speculating that this was going to be a pocket doll. Like this is a pocket doll frame.
Right.
And then we got a picture of a better angle. We can see them, actually physically they've been made. And then we've got this picture, and he's named it
Optical camouflage frames.
So, optical camouflage, that's basically like, kind of like what, like the Predator has when he turns invisible, it bends light around it.
Right.
There was a post, I did find a post a while back, of like, it was like for Smart Doll, and it was like optical camouflage features, and then but you can rely on like manual mode or something like that. It was weird, and it wasn't a clear, I don't think it was a clear doll if I remember correctly, but
Because there were the crystal dolls at one point.
yeah, there's two sets. They had the crystal, they were just not skins, shells.
Yeah.
And you had the crystal cortex shells. I think those were first. And if I'm correct, he used them so that when they were working on the cortex doll in development, they could see how the frame was going together inside the doll. So the whole point of the clear shell is to see the frame. What's the point of a clear frame?
Right. Well, I mean, he has, in previous posts, has talked about the fact that more of a cyberpunk style is coming. So it could tie into that.
That's true. If that's true, you'd almost want to be able to, just buy the frame and mix and match pieces or something and make some sort of weird, bizarre
Right.
cyborg. We also have that. So we officially have some sort of visual confirmation of a fully crystal doll, except for the spine.
Right. Which is really, really cool. So they haven't gotten the spine done yet, evidently.
Yeah, previously, all the joints, everything piece of the frame, the shoulder, everything would have had a color. And so we now have this. Looking at this, I don't think this is a pocket doll.
And someone commented that they think it's like probably like a G7 head.
I would agree.
Yeah,
with that.
I think that is the G7 head.
Yep. So I think it's not a pocket doll. I think this is a full size doll, and I think if it gets released, I think I need to get it.
I think it's pretty cool. I was intrigued by the concept of using the clear frame with a regular doll so that you wouldn't actually see like the wrist joint and the elbow joint and stuff like that. It would be clear.
So so everything else would be skin and the joints would be
Yeah,
clear?
it would just look weird. It would I mean,
Yes.
kind of cool and weird. Like, just all of a sudden, like the elbow is missing, or
Yeah.
the wrist, or something like that. I thought that would be kind of interesting.
So we've got. I think I've got a couple of reasons why I want this. One of the things that we have is I've been working on our smart doll Ray. We've got a face up, which is in progress. Well, technically
Yeah,
not.
just we talk about it in our next video that's coming out, but just for you guys in the chat to know, we did find somebody to do Ray's face up.
Yep. So it's going to be an alternate version of that face, and going through that process of really figuring out what like an everyday look for Kabuki would be. We sort of solidified some story elements that I had in the back of my head when we first got her, and it's expanded since then, and it's getting pretty deep. So.
Because when we start talking about something, the ideas just get bigger and bigger and bigger.
Pretty much.
One of us runs across a barrier, and the other one just kind of like leaps over it. So
Yeah. So we have we basically have Ray. She is, the short of it is that I always felt like she was some sort of alien or like the whole reason the makeup's there, but it's not like actual makeup. It's sort of like she's a shapeshifter or something like that. That has led us to create this sort of kind of space story. And she has a half sister, and we think that alien race is probably part of some sort of matriarchal society. So I could see, I could see this clear doll being like this, like dressed up really cool and weird and stuff, and being like this older matriarch in this alien society, versus like staying away from Cyborg and just going, I guess, just pure weird, and maybe even doing like some cool body blushing or something in blue, or yeah. So if you hadn't guessed, the video this weekend is going to involve her, and we'll leave it at that. So yeah, and now she won't sit anywhere. So that's the crystal doll here. There was a couple more things in his stories. We put this in here last week. It was just him reading something on his Kindle, and it was really weird. Something about how cells work together. And so this week he posted, like almost in response, like right before this news episode, he was reading "Being You" by Anil Seth.
A New Science of Consciousness.
So very cool. He's also playing, I want to say this is Days Gone. I'm pretty sure this is Days Gone. And so we will, we'll see. He does a lot of like, this is what I'm playing, these are the video games that I'm playing, and I always feel like sometimes, because he'll like be playing a Bandai game, which he has had a licensed in the past with.
Right.
I'm like, is this a hint? I mean, I don't know what this would be a hint of other than more zombies, because it's a zombie game.
Right.
But
Right. I always look at it that way. I'm always looking at it going, what is he doing with this?
Yeah.
Like, does this mean something?
right.
More post-apocalyptic gear, whatever.
He posts up a picture of Monday, most likely just showing off some of the clothes.
That sweater is a different color in the nice sweater than the gray that is currently available.
Yeah, it's currently a fairly bluish gray.
Yeah, this is much more of a heathered, like, silver gray.
And I would like to point out, is that like a camo prosthetic?
It does look like it. Yeah, and there were camo gloves in some pictures a while back, too.
Okay.
So he may be working on camo parts.
Looking good. And I think there's one more. And we've got somebody riding the ATX bike. Who is that?
Is that Imagine? That's one of the four.
Yeah, it's not Future, I don't think. I mean, I have to say, this angle is really interesting to me. She has a very, very round face, and I know this is an angle you can get on any of the G7 dolls.
I want to say that's timeless, but I'm trying. That's why I'm looking at my phone right now, guys. I'm trying to figure out which doll it is.
So I really feel though like she wants to be an elf. Like, I think I need to turn a G7 doll into an elf. Because...
Yeah, that's timeless. I think.
I don't know.
No, it's not?
No, because...
it's Imagine.
Yes. Yeah, it's Imagine. Yeah, I think Imagine needs to be an elf.
She'd make a great elf. She kind of looks like a semi-real Moment.
That's literally what I was like, because she reminds me of Moment, and Moment is a phenomenal elf. I wonder if she started off that way.
Yeah,
She's usually big about, though, making those connections and stuff for people.
Well, he announced not too long ago, though. I mean, we were totally surprised by the fact to find out that Melody was the original Supergirl.
You're right. That was an interesting bit of tidbit that he put out there, and he just never. But all right, I can understand why he never put it out there, because it's you're under contract, there's NDAs and all of this stuff. So it was the trash for essentially the leftovers from Supergirl. He can put her out there, but he can't say that's what she is.
Right. Until
way later. With Moment, I would expect him to just, be all over that.
Yeah, but maybe he didn't think that he liked her, but she didn't come out being his choice for semi-real Moment.
Yeah.
She came out her own doll, so he made her Imagine. I mean, it's all possible.
It's true. And it may be something that comes out in the story. We don't have pages for these dolls yet. And they're supposed to be, the squad, as I've been calling them, is supposed to be landing after Dimension and Strength?
Knowledge.
Thank you.
Strength's already been out, yeah.
So we already got Dimension. Mm-hmm. We're just waiting on Knowledge. We had this huge restock of, bunch of core girls this week. I'm guessing... maybe we get a new release this week, but I could see him not. And so my guess is maybe Knowledge next week.
Maybe.
And then we might start to see some of these girls coming up, but you just never know.
But again, just utter speculation.
Yep. Yeah, I actually have a thing for that. So we have run through all of the news from this past week. I was getting a little worried that there wouldn't be anything crazy to talk about, but the release of the new picture on the dolls and all sorts of stuff, even on a slow week, there's lots to talk about here. So that I think is it for us. We got a couple of things going on in the chat.
checking to see, Anna Kay says she has a crystal cortex shell still in the box. She wanted to paint the frame like a robot, like someone else did, but a clear frame would be so much better. Yeah, I mean, if you're already ahead of the game and you have a clear body and can put it in a clear frame, that's awesome.
I wonder if it would make sense if he releases the a crystal frame by itself because he's released the other ones, but I almost wonder if he's just gonna release the bot, like the doll, as a doll and give it some weird name. I don't know.
Jennifer in the chat said hi. Hi, Jen.
So, Alyssa Phillips, you're gonna hear some more about Raycon in on Saturday in that video and over the coming weeks or so as we are both getting the new face up back, and we're gonna do a little shoot for that, and of course our her sister. Gonna find a way to kind of bring some new short little mini stories about them, but I've got lots to tell there. Just gotta figure out how.
Yeah, it just seems to keep evolving and getting bigger and bigger, so it's making it manageable is the challenge.
Yep.
So we have, it's 7:46. Do we want to look at some things?
Yeah, we can. We're going to go for a little bit longer if everyone is up for it. We've got a couple of the boxes that we got, the big lot of milk stuff we bought, which has a bunch of clothes. And we were thinking if we had some minutes, we'll unbox a couple of things.
Yeah, and you guys can help us decide what we're unboxing.
So we're doing clothes?
I think clothes. Does everybody like the idea of looking at some clothes?
They're gonna. I think as long as they're boxes, we're good. We have. I mean, we don't have, other than clothes, we have dolls. So I don't think we want to do dolls right this second.
No, probably not.
So, what kind of clothes do we have?
Well, we have some stuff from CJ.
Yep.
We have some stuff from Dolgerie, however you pronounce it.
I think it should be Dolgerie if it's not, because it's like lingerie. And that's like all, like most of their stuff is like lingerie.
We have some stuff from Butterworks Studios.
Yep.
We have Elite Doll World.
Yep.
So I guess it's
something else in there, but I can't remember what it is.
Maybe we should just pull something and let everybody pick a number or something?
Yeah, it doesn't look like anybody is picky. So,
whatever we want to open.
Yeah, let's just let's grab the box and we will go. I'm going to fill time.
Okay, I'm going.
So the stuff that's in here is again, it's a mix. It's the Elite Doll World stuff is, I mean, classic Elite Doll World. Knits, stretchy stuff.
It's under the table.
The Dolgerie stuff is a lot of the, like, the Chinese, the Qipao stuff, the sort of Asian inspired outfits. You can actually see one of them we have already brought out, and then we'll go back to this. One of them we've already brought out, but you can see this is one of the outfits. Still not letting you see that much. From Dolgerie. It's like a weird sort of Renaissance like leotard, and the reason I like it on this doll is that it has sort of this like cool space like Barbarella thing going on, like from the 70s and stuff. So
yeah, I want it for Harper.
That's okay. You're gonna have to make more clothes for her then.
Okay, so I want somebody to tell me, do you want CJ or not CJ? And then I will pick. So the first person to tell me what that I see what they want, I will pick.
CJ or non?
Yep.
All right. We got to do. Oh, what do you got in here? Yeah. Okay. Non-CJ. It is.
Okay, everyone wants to see non-CJ. Okay.
Good, because I didn't want to show it.
Okay, I'm just gonna reach in here and pull something out. Oh, we've got boxes in here though.
That's the point. Okay. All the stuff not in. Well, just take something from not in a box.
From not in a box?
Yeah,
okay.
for now. Then we can do something from in a box.
All right, let's go with this one.
All right. Oh, that's really shiny. That is really shiny. Let's take it out of the bag. Now, all of this stuff is basically, I mean, I think some of it you might still be able to get, but it's a lot of, older pieces that you can't really get from these outlets anymore.
Yeah, and Thomas Saunders has really good taste, so he's got some really nice stuff that we got.
Yeah, his taste aligns quite nicely with ours. This is like a sort of a mermaid keep out, something like that. So you got a nice short, the slit up there. The only thing, and this is pretty much a theme for Dalgerie or Dalgerie, is lack of support for the stand hole. But that is, I don't think, unless I go here with it.
So Jessica says, ooh, shiny, I want it. And it's totally her aesthetic.
Yeah, so this is quite nice. I'm not sure. Who do you think this is?
I think almost any of our girls could wear that. But I think maybe Roxy?
Yeah, Roxy could probably pull this off. I think I gotta
and of
go
course
down
Ray.
to the bottom.
I mean, that would look great on Ray.
Yeah. I think it might look better on Ray adjacent.
Right.
Just by the color. I will point out that if you follow me on Instagram, you would have seen I did like a little mini poll sort of asking about some fabrics and to choose which one. I give you like A, B, and C. So in Saturday's video, we actually take out that fabric and kind of see how it'll look. We did not have time to make something in like 2 days.
Yeah, no. We had just been fabric shopping.
Yeah, and she came early.
And boy, did we fabric shop.
So that wasn't which should we buy. That's which should we use first.
I'm just gonna do this.
Oh,
I don't want to
geez.
spoil the video, but this was all shopping trip. These bags are practically full.
Lots of really cool fabrics. So you'll see some of those on Saturday. Do you want me to grab another? Or?
Yeah, we have time for one more, I think.
All right.
You pick this time.
Okay, I'm just gonna bring this box over.
Someone else wants to see CJ. Maybe we'll say.
Grab a
Grab a CJ too?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. Okay, I'm not sure this is organized correctly, but in this box, we have some. I'm gonna get rid of my... Someday we'll do the top-down camera, but it is complicated for live.
That thing is gorgeous. Look at that.
It is. I love the crepey fabric is such, it has such a good drape for this scale.
Yeah, if you have any of the Culture Japan yukata, it's the same fabric that's used for the ties, not for the actual yukata.
Yeah, so that is, I can't remember if that's going with that or no. I think this and on the, I believe on the back.
Yeah, that's the back. Yeah. Look at that.
So that goes right there. So that is, it's so beautiful. Actually, I've got it upside down, but whatever. This is just amazing.
Yes, Jessica, I hoard fabric like a dragon.
Fabric?
Fabric. Yes, I hoard fabric like a dragon. I mean, it's a hobby in itself.
So that is that. There's a couple, there's like, I think another kimono in there. But that is, actually, I don't know why I'm putting this away because that's going on a doll now that it's been seen.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, not right this second.
We could do a dress up, but we're running out of time. So, I have a CJ item in my hand. I wanted to pull out something that, like maybe newer people haven't seen. So I pulled out the baby doll in white. Now I know we've seen some black
You're gonna
floating.
have to take it out.
We've seen some black floating around in the chaos, but this is actually from when it came out the first time, and it is the white, and it's beautiful lace and got the nice little see-through and cute little panties, all lace with the bikini sides, like
It's like a, yep.
yeah, it's got the bikini, like the open, the just the strap on the sides like a bikini. Yeah, very, very cute.
That was one of the big things for us about buying this lot, was just it was the dolls certainly, but it was the amount of clothes that we simply have no access to. And for doing photography, like, sometimes I just run out of, like, the clothes are such an easy start and inspiration to do a photo. And so having all of these new clothes to be able to, put them on different dolls and take photographs, it's really helpful creatively for me.
Yeah. Yeah, and I just love the clothes. My heart is with the dolls and their clothes, and wanting to make their clothes and dress them in their clothes, and
Yep.
yeah. I'm always happy for, like, John will pick out a doll, and I'm like, okay, well, what is the little stuff that's going in the box that I'm getting to make up free shipping?
All right. Well, that was our little impromptu mini unboxing of some fabric. Lots of conversation about hoarding fabric. I am sure if it doesn't exist already, we should probably make a support group. So yeah, that I think is it for us.
I think that's the news for Tuesday.
I mean, we'd hang out like all night, seriously, but no one would watch this.
Which is why we're actually starting the Discord.
Yeah, so we've got a Discord server in the makes. We have one offer from somebody in Australia area to do some moderation for us. If anybody else is interested, drop us a line on Instagram. You can, of course, check out Sandy's Instagram at mylady_disdain with underscores.
I do throw things in my stories occasionally, so.
So this Discord server, we're trying to figure out a way to make it like a community and also useful. So I've already setting it up with alerts on basically what's being released and things like that, to trying to set up some automation as much as we can, and that's something that'll be building hopefully even deeper over time, and possibly maybe try out some of the, I don't know, there's a lot of gamification stuff that you can do with Discord as well to do like levels and ranks and things like that.
Yeah, so we're always looking for ways to do something that like connects us more to the community. Yep. So the Discord is another way to do that. So once we're pretty close. Again, we just looking for some more people to help us moderate and feel we're not like just jumping in there in the deep end and needing to be there on all the time, especially considering how much time we have to spend, of course, working on the content for you guys. Yeah. There's just not enough time to do it all, so we're really trying to manage it.
Yep.
And that's why we do need the moderators, because it will be a lot for us to do all of it. So.
Yeah. So we have nothing left to talk about.
We don't have anything else.
So thank you guys so much for joining us here live, and if you're watching afterwards, you should definitely come back and check with us next week on Tuesdays at 7 p.m. Eastern.
And then our regular posted videos on Saturdays at noon.
Also Eastern.
Yes. Thanks a lot, guys. Have a good night.
Good night.